Okay, time for match 4 of the Modern League. So I'm 3-0 up. This is the first time I lose the die roll, sadly for me. Um, yeah. So looking at this hand, on the draw, I would be tempted to keep just because I have the combo and Serum Visions, so I could get lands. But the fact that this is Sulfur Falls is what's gonna make me mulligan this hand. If it was like even an island, I'd keep probably, but on the draw, never on the play. But the fact that the Sulfur Falls and means I could potentially be doing Serum Visions on turn 2 and not drawing a land is awful. It's gonna mulligan to 6. Yeah, this hand's not great, but I'll keep it. Misty is not what I want, potentially. I might want it, but I don't know right now. I want more business action, more action. So put that on the bottom. Let's see what Sophie Bear 59 comes up with. Okay, so we've got a Verdant Catacombs. That's not usually a good sign. I don't think we're going to face a Dispel. Sorry, I don't think we're going to face an instant on turn 2, so I think it's fine to go for tap Steam Vents. Maybe that was, I don't think that's wrong. It's unlikely to matter. Yeah, Overgrown Tomb is not usually a good sign for Twin. At all. Yeah, so we're going to have a discard spell here, Thoughtseize. Well, my opponent will know what I'm on. And having access probably takes the reland. Yeah, like from knowing about the Dispel, there's not much you can do about it, and you probably don't care. Right, Serum Visions is interesting. Could get a basic island. I think I'll get a basic island here. Since I want to crack my fetch land now, because like cracking it after Serum Vision seems awful. So cast Serum Visions. Snapcaster's Mage is actually perfect. I don't want the island, and generally against Overgrown Tomb, I don't want Lightning Bolt. Generally, it is a business spell, but like you're not killing anything unless it's Scavenging. It's tough. And it could have the combo potential. My opponent could also have Liliana of the Veil next turn. In which case, I kind of want Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I'll keep the Lightning Bolt just because of Liliana being such an issue. It's a bit unfortunate, but yeah, like you have to have a way to deal with Liliana of the Veil, and sadly, Lightning Bolt Snapcaster is one of the best methods. Also, Snap Bolt does kill Tarmogoyf. Not necessarily great, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This is not looking good for me at all, though. Yep, Liliana. I'll be losing the Dispel since it does nothing. The Splinter Twin doesn't do much either, to be honest. But yeah, I'll lose the Dispel. Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, that card doesn't do much. I will play the Mountain here. Although it doesn't matter, I'll play Mountain Desolate Lighthouse, discarding Splinter Twin most likely. Liliana of the Veil being a magnificent pain. We're losing the Splinter Twin though here. We're against Jund, it's just not happening. And yeah, this is just not good. Discard into Liliana or Goyf is just hard to beat for Splinter Twin. I think we may have met our match at the 3-0 bracket. Although, to be fair, our opponent will end up discarding spells to Liliana. Pulse is not great, but it still kills things. If our opponent has like a discard spell, we're in trouble. Kolaghan's Command is interesting. I think I'm correct in going Snapcaster, get back the spell, since my opponent is incentivized to make me sack a creature with Liliana. And I don't really want to have Kolaghan's Command resolve. Actually, that was a mistake. If Kolaghan's Command resolves, I take 2 and discard a card. It's probably correct to still counter it. Like, I get the Snapcaster in play. It means Liliana's going to tick down. It means I can Lightning Bolt Liliana. So I trade. We each discard a card. Well, that's interesting. I'm definitely losing Splinter Twin. My opponent lost Lightning Bolt. Okay, well, I'm going to play Lighthouse. Lightning Bolt, well, my opponent, I guess. And redirect it to Liliana. Yes. Then attack Liliana of the Veil. Yes. And Liliana's down. So my opponent does not have a land in hand. Based off not playing one and not discarding one, most likely. They drew like a Fots. Oh my gosh, that's a Tasigur. This is a nightmare. Yep. Yeah, great. 4/5. That's fantastic. Keeping obviously Planeswalker. I'm not sure about keeping instant. I would have kept. No, maybe it doesn't matter. Probably would have kept sorcery, but since there's so many more instants. I guess here I can just attack with Snapcaster. Mage, yeah. He walks into it, it's great. What the heck? Right, so attack. Now you could argue I could have surprised my opponent by just playing Snapcaster, like blocking with Snapcaster, but I think it's okay to do this. And just pass the turn here. Maybe that was wrong. So it does telegraph it so much that I have a Lightning Bolt. Taking 2 damage from this. What is he? Oh, I guess he's going to try to use Tasigur's ability. Right, so I'm going to take 4. Go to 15. My opponent's at 12. If I play Lightning Bolt with Snap, he goes to Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant. I could put him to 9 with Snapcaster Mage. So he plays Dark Confidant. I think that resolves. He probably has access to Abrupt Decay. That's the most sensible. I think I'm okay with casting Snapcaster Lightning Bolt here on Dark Confidant, since it puts a lot of pressure on him, on my opponent. That's probably her, actually. Based off a name like Sophie. Well, it just puts a lot of pressure on my opponent while killing the Dark Confidant. I'm not in a great position still, but it's fine. Yep, cast Lightning Bolt on Dark Confidant. There we go. So that's dead. And then next turn I get to use Lighthouse. Although my opponent, I don't know if my opponent would wait for me to tap out. I don't think there's any difference. Whether I'm tapped out or not to use a Terminate or Abrupt Decay. Seared Exarch's interesting because it allows me to keep up the pressure. Talk about 2 Snapcaster Mages. My opponent really should use their removal spell. Like paying 2 life and then not using a removal spell sounds terrible. Okay, I don't think my opponent is respecting enough the possibility of me winning for damage. Am I okay? I think I'm okay with taking 4 damage here. Like, there's no rush. And I can always attack back with snaps. I'm going to actually use the Lighthouse that way as well. Discard Tarn. Since I have the mana otherwise, yeah. I could attack first. Since it's it's very likely his removal spell. My opponent's removal spell is Abrupt Decay. Yep. Indeed. So my opponent has 2 Abrupt Decays. So my opponent had 1 decay and just drew into the second decay. Well, that was unfortunate, but it means that they don't no longer have decay. So it means I can Splinter Twin combo them next turn. So what I'll do is I'll put Electrolyze on top and Splinter Twin on top. Probably play the island since I have both red sources. And pass the turn. And yeah. Basically, hope that my opponent does not have Abrupt Decay. I maybe should have tapped Tasigur there. Yeah, I should have tapped Tasigur. No, actually, no, that's a lie. If my opponent has Liliana of the Veil, I'll look like a fool. I think I just have to go for it here. Like, they have to have, my opponent has to have drawn Terminate. Tap this, I guess. Doesn't matter much. I mean, I'm going for it for sure. Like, this is just like, what am I expecting if I don't get this? Yeah, I got there. So yeah, so I forced my opponent to respect the aggro plan where the Snapcaster Mages, which gets the decays out, and then Splinter Twin gets there, which is awesome. But against Jund, I do not like keeping a single copy of Splinter Twin. It's just so unlikely you get the combo. We'll add the Jaces and the Karanoses and the explosives for Tarmogoyf. And we're going to take out, let's see, the spells. I don't normally like the spell against Jund. It's just that countering Cole against command so cleanly is great. I board out Deceivers, since those for sure are going to be weak. They're 1/4s. I mean, they don't die to bolt, but they don't do anything. I'll actually board out all the Deceivers. I'll keep the 2 Dispels. I think 2 Dispel is too much. But 2 Dispel is too much. But Deceiver is so bad. Yeah, Deceiver is bad, and I don't want Spellskite. Yeah, Dispel only really counters 1 effective spell, but I think I'll be fine. This leaves me with 10 creatures then. 4 Snaps, 2 Pestermite, 2 Vendilion Clique, and 2 Carols. I think it's fine. Yeah, because Deceiver just matches up so poorly against everything. Like, it's not great against Quaif. Doesn't help against Sigurd. Tapping the creature is useful, but yeah, I think the spell's okay. It's not great, but cannot think of anything else. Let's go for that. I think that'll be fine. We'll basically see how it goes. Right. Well, we're on the draw, which is certain. Yeah, I haven't been doing very well against Jund. I mean, it's not a good matchup, but I think boarding out the combo is the right approach. I mean, I could keep in a twin. I think keeping a twin over a dispel might be okay. Yeah, this hand is fine. It has remand for the Liliana. I mean, would I rather this was a twin? Probably not. Because the problem is I'm boarding out all the deceivers anyways. Let's see here. This, if I play this tap, he knows I don't have Spell Snare, but he's going to run his 2-drop anyways. He's going to run his Dark Confidant anyways if he has it kept in, so I'll just play the Steam Vents tapped. Like, because I have access to Blood Moon, I want to keep this for Basic Island, the Scalding Tarn for Basic Island, just in case. And the bluff value is so low. My opponent has Dark Confidant, though. This is going to be devastating. Well, I mean, it's pretty. Whenever Dark Confidant draws a card, it's pretty bad. What is it? It's Dark Confidant. But he was gonna run it out anyways. Oh no! No lightning bolt. Nothing. Oh, let's play the Sulphur Falls, I guess. And pass the turn. Dark Confidant. So awkward. I don't even want to run. I don't want to run Snapcaster Mage into it. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad. Sorry, insects flying. But yeah, I don't like this at all. Where are the lightning bolts? Heck, I played this member right now. Maybe not explosives. Explosives might be great to showcase here. What did you get? Yeah, catacombs. Okay, great. Doesn't actually matter what he reveals to some degree. I mean, unless he reveals like Tassigr. Actually, I'd been okay with him revealing Tassigr. Then the Confidant would have done his job great, perfectly. So now he has catacombs. He's probably gonna play. Probably she's gonna play. I do have the ability to put on pressure, thankfully, with Vendilion Clique. is good. But yeah, because I have Steam Vents and Sulphur Falls, I'll probably get a basic island with Scalding Tarn. I don't really need triple red. We're in Catacombs, yeah. Probably attempting a Liliana. And then I'm gonna have to figure out what I do. Yeah, if this was... Yeah, if this was Splint... No, it'd just be bad. Splinters wouldn't just be bad here. If it was Spellskite, it'd be bad. Pyroclasm is just good against Confidant and nothing else. Yeah, my opponent got a basic Swamp. Which is, obviously, Inquisition. I don't want to remand that just because like the Snapcaster Mage has such high potential. So my opponent doesn't take Snapcaster Mage, I'm really far ahead. As in, like my opponent should take Snapcaster Mage. It's by far the best option. They take Remand, it's like, well, okay. Instead of taking an All-Star, you've taken a mediocre card. Taking Pestermite here is probably just very wrong. V-click, same. Yeah, he takes that. My opponent took Snapcaster Mage, which is correct. Tarmogoyf is definitely getting remanded. My opponent knows they have to go through remand. Ooh, Lightning Bolt. Well, there's finally a draw. Let me think here. I could play Pestermite, untap Lightning Bolt. My opponent had... Actually, I like that plan. Pestermite, untap Lightning Bolt. Let's get a basic island. Because that way I put something on the board. And I'm definitely Lightning Bolting the Confidant. And I don't think... I mean, if my opponent has Kolaghan's Command... Yeah, if they have Kolaghan's Command, like, right there and then, it's awful for me. But it is possible that my opponent has Kolaghan's Command, but I definitely want to put on pressure, and this seems like a good way to get it done. Right, so instant, yeah, so Tarmogoyf is going to be a 4/5. But I mean, my opponent can now resolve something, but I didn't have anything anyway, so. My opponent's fetching basics, which are going to make Blood Moon less good. Okay, so Abrupt Decay the Pestermite. Well, okay, I'm sure that doesn't matter much, but yeah, that's cool. As in, like, this, I can't counter Abrupt Decay. Like, not sure what you're expecting me to do here. V-Click is pretty decent, so we'll play Sulphur Falls, and I think I need to V-Click. I don't want to V-Click on draw step. No, actually, no, wait. If my opponent has Liliana, I can take it. So I am V-clicking on my opponent's turn. Draw step. I don't normally like doing Vendilion Clique on my opponent's draw steps, but it can be useful. Like, it's a mode a lot of people overuse in my view, but I think in this specific instance it's fine. Or it just doesn't matter, and my opponent has a festival of cards that are awful for me. So Confidant, Goyf, thinks, Liliana. Well, I'm kind of priced into taking that Liliana, I'm pretty sure. So Liliana's gone. Yay. Because it makes the Goyfs as well 5/6s, which means this member becomes a non-live draw. Which is not what I want. The next Vendilion Clique. Yeah, no blockers. The alternative was also to click myself and remove click, but that seems very greedy. Yep, Goyf. This is not... Wow, my opponent drew another Goyf. This is not exactly going as planned. How can I win this? I need to draw explosives for 2. There's literally nothing else that gets me out of this situation. So I'm going to play an island. Am I blocking with V-click? Yeah, probably. Right, so... Fotsies. Yeah, I guess. Just denies my random card. Yeah, yeah. Kind of am priced in here. This is awful. This is horrific. Yeah, that's not gonna exactly do it. So I'll concede this game. Yeah. I did board in to Dismember, right? Yeah, it's here. Right. Okay, so my opponent fetches Basics for Blood, but it's much better. I still don't want Splinter Twin. My opponent is playing Confidants, and... Actually, if my opponent's playing Confidants and Finks, the Seer becomes okay. I probably want to cut at least the spell. Maybe even both. The spell is just so bad against Jund, except for Kulligan's Command. I could have... He has less interaction. I'll have a Deceiver and a Twin. Oh, I put it out Electrolyze back, right? That should do it. Power Clown does become better if he has Finks. If my opponent has Finks. Not good enough, though. I'll submit like this. I would like to play first. Yes. My one-up Splinter Twin. Still keep this hand just because that's Serum Visions. Hopefully my opponent I draw another 4-drop and my opponent leads with Inquisition. That'd be hilarious. That'd be fantastic, actually. Let's see here. Because I have enough red sources, I'm probably going to just sack the Misty Rainforest for an island right away. Yeah, like fetch lands and Serum Visions are pretty vital. Let's see, Serum Visions draw a Misty. I probably don't want either of these at the moment, so I'll put the Lightning Bolt as well on the bottom. It's just not the type of spell I really wanted this time. Come on, Inquisition or Kozilek. Damn it. That's so unfortunate for me. Guess I could get a Steam Vents with this. I was hoping for Inquisition so hard there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think Lightning Bolt really does. Actually, my opponent kept Confidant in. Ditching the Lightning Bolt there was probably a mistake. Ugh, yeah, it probably was an error. I'm going to really regret having ditched that Lightning Bolt, am I? Shoot. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage is not exactly what I was looking for here. I'm still going to play it. Getting back to Serum Visions. Like, I just want to cycle through my deck here. Just get to the next step. And then start crypticing stuff. But yeah, like shipping that Lightning Bolt was so silly. I mean, it's only good really against Confidant. Electrolyze, well that's a good answer. Definitely the bottom. Well, I wanted Lightning Bolt so much, and now because my opponent could have an Inquisition, I have to keep the Lightning Bolt on top. Yeah. Actually, there is another use for it. If he goes for Tarmogoyf, I can maybe Electrolyze and Lightning Bolt both if I'm lucky. Dark Confidant. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Tapped? No, untapped. Jeez, that's not good. Attacking? You're offering me to trade Confidant for Snapcaster Mage. So not only a trade I decline, but you pay 2 life and attacked. Have access to Electrolyze, but I would ideally like to Cryptic next turn. Wow, this is tough. This is really tough. Okay, so you have another Confidant. You have another Confidant. This is really tough. Are you gonna use discard? I think trading for Confidant's so good, but if my opponent plays Liliana, what happens? I can always Cryptic it, but that's not really the use I want out of Cryptic Command. I think this is weird, but I'm just not going to do it. This is bizarre. If he has Kitchen Finks, this is awful for me. It's not so awful. I get to Lightning Bolt the Finks, but it's not really advancing my game plan. Let's see here. Yeah, not getting to attack, not getting to do anything is not good. I wasn't sure there. It was like I deviated from the norm. I don't even get to attack, which is just embarrassing. I probably should have attacked there actually, because then I can electrolyze both creatures. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have attacked. If he blocks, I can just electrolyze both. That was very silly of me. Right. Well, I guess I should be blocking this time. Yeah, I mean, I could have stopped him drawing a card. I played this terribly. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I didn't play optimally that game. I didn't think things through. Well, if he plays Goyf, I can at least kill it. It's a 2-free. Yeah, that's fine. Well, let's Lightning Bolt Tarmogoyf, since I can. Not. Well, I can electrolyze as well, so it's not too bad. Right. My opponent has access to Abrupt Decay based on my opponent's mana. I will play an island here. I am actually going to tap my opponent. Let's see, my opponent has Raging Ravine. My opponent's been casting spells post-combat, so I think it's okay to do Pestermite mid-combat. Lightning Bolt me. Okay, well, that's pretty telling. I doubt that this is going to work out. Yep, Raging Ravine. I'll do this in combat, since if... Oh, no, actually, let me think here. I think I want a Cryptic. That sounds better. Dark Confidant. I could just remand the Confidant, actually, here. So my opponent's probably not going to do anything. So I'm not going to play Pestermite, because then my opponent would do something. And when they replay Confidant, I get to electrolyze. That's not too bad. I am taking a lot of random damage, though. And I gave my opponent a random Raging Ravine. Oh. Well, that's awkward. Let's see. I could electrolyze first. Because my opponent will probably... Let me think here, actually. I could also Cryptic Command this. Let's see, I have 3 mana. I could play Pestermite and Cryptic Command Acquisition. That seems like a good play, actually. It's a bit awkward to Cryptic Command Inquisition of Kozilek. My opponent's like really in a rush. They want to kill my Pestermite now. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine. Not sure what they're scared of, but yeah. I'm not sure my best route to victory is through counter target spell, draw a card. It's not actually the electrolyze, it's more the information that I have electrolyze that matters. I mean, being able to take it is obviously that. Dismember, that's awkward, because that puts me to 3. If I play it. Yep, Dark Confidant. This is where I just play electrolyze, okay. I don't want to pay random life, so I'll be playing it tap Stomping Ground. Nope. Right, so yeah, that's Splinter Twin. I mean, it's been as useful as a Dispel so far. My opponent's probably not going to attack with Raging Ravine here. Lillian of the Veil. Whoa. Knight of Soul's Betrayal. Jeez. Well, I'm down to Jace, I guess. I mean, I can always really late game Cryptic it as well, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, we're not gonna. Neither of us is gonna do much. Well, I'm probably gonna end up discarding Splinter Twin against Knight of Soul's Betrayal. I like this card in Modern. I really do. Olivia Little Darren. Sure, that's fine. I guess I can just Desolate first. Pitching. I could pitch the Splinter Twin. It makes the Goyf bigger though. I'm not gonna play the land. The Twin is just not doing anything. It really isn't. I mean, I'd have to Cryptic Knight of Soul's Betrayal. Play a creature. It might happen actually. This 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pitch Scalding Tarn. That might be wrong. I'm fully willing to admit that's wrong. I mean, I'm looking at this so long term that it's probably incorrect. Blood Moon. Down to 2 swamps. But then I don't have Desolate Lighthouse. Ooh, Keranos is excellent here. Deceiver Exarch does nothing. I'll put mana on top though. So I have access to 6 mana. At this point, I am much more tempted to land a Blood Moon. Although I can Lighthouse into Remand. This might be really wrong. No, it is wrong. I'll just play the Blood Moon. It's fine. I wasn't sure there, but I think it's correct since my opponent only has 2 swamps. It means my opponent can only cast Tasigur and no Goyfs. I'd rather just get this. Yeah, I think that's correct. My opponent might have had Abrupt Decay, but it was worth the risk. Okay, right. So now I have Keranos. This Splinter Twin's doing nothing. Scalding Tarn would at least get me an island, but it gives us 6. Yep, well, this is fine. Now the only issue that I could possibly... Yeah, at 4. Yeah, I'm suspecting. Well, that's 2 lightning bolts. What's this? If this is Olivia, that's fine. Another Knight of Soul's Betrayal. Yeah, sure, that's a legendary enchantment. Go for it. Pick one. Reading cards is tech. I have Vendilion Clique. That's a fantastic card right now. Doesn't do much. I guess it allows me to remove a spell if he draws it with... if I remand it. So I'll keep the Click to get rid of a spell that I can permanently remand. Play Tech Edge. Snapcaster Mage is just another counter spell. And this is why I regret not getting an island, is I can't Snap Cryptic, which is just bad. My opponent's at 9 because of what I have. Right, so here you can actually see how good Blood Moon is. Welcome to the world of Blood Moon. So lightning. So my opponent's at 6. That's good. Yep. Snapcaster. Nope, I'm good. Right. Yep. I need to stop misplaying. It's pretty bad. Oh, I should have discarded. It doesn't matter. I'm never playing Dismember, but ooh, that's not good. That's probably Maelstrom Pulse. You probably should not have tapped the second block, but let me think. I could remand that, so that seems good. Yep. Jace, Architect of Thought. Right, so what do I want to do here? Do I want to play Vendilion Clique? I don't really mind one more turn. I can always V-click it next turn, because I have access to another remand, or I could just kill my opponent, that's fine too. Bolt, Snap, Bolt. That was completely misplayed and yet entirely fortunate. Lightning Bolt. Yep. Well, okay. I'm sorry for those watching that have seen me play horribly. That was, and I usually play much better than this. I swear. It paid off in the end because Nana Soul's Betrayal matches very poorly against Karen Oscada Storms. Um, and yeah, the one thing that this deck that Splinter Twin has that Jen doesn't is the card draw with Romance and all that. Our Confound's good if it survives, but yeah. Well, there we go. So thanks a lot for watching this game. I'm gonna play the last game of the league, but so far 4-0 in the Modern League, which is awesome regardless of what happens.